What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? What's going on? How y'all doing? Welcome to a Wednesday edition of SWAC Smoke. Not Thursday. We
Loud
here
and
on
easy.
Wednesday because they got football on Thursday, so everybody gonna try to be locked in somewhere. So I figured what better way to do it than to do it today and give everybody Thursday to chill and watch football and get ready for the rest of the weekend. So how y'all gentlemen doing out there, man? What's going on with you, Mr. Jerome? What's happening?
I'm doing good. Doing good. Excited about the upcoming weekend. Ready to see everybody pop out. See what everybody got to put out on the field. So I'm
I know
looking
you
forward
feel
to
a
it
whole
all.
lot better because it didn't start
Yeah,
out right for you last Saturday.
And we're gonna get back to that in a second, man. What's going on, Big Soldier? How you doing, man?
Man, hey, just glad to be here with y'all fellas, man. It's been a long day, and that's a way better way to kick it with my boys for a few minutes, man. And the
That's right,
people,
man.
talk with the people, man. Y'all make this better, man. So I appreciate y'all from having this.
Oh yeah,
Being with us,
y'all
man.
definitely keep us going. So we not gonna waste no time because we got a lot to talk about, man. We're gonna try to talk about as many of the games coming up as we can. But there was a game on Saturday. Let me fix my hat, man. Right now around here like Coach Graves. Let me get my hat right.
No,
Um,
no.
but let's start with the game that took place on Saturday, man. I'm gonna start with the Rattler, of course. Give us your thoughts on the game.
Uh, First of all, I'm happy to come out with a victory. Any victory is a good victory. It's better to almost win than to almost lose, you know. But yeah, it was what everybody has said before. You know, even y'all have said that it was going to be some growing pains and that the defense was going to have a struggle and the coaching staff was going to have a struggle, so on and so forth. So everything that, or some of the questions that were asked about FAMU have started to get answered. I can't say that they have been answered, but they started to be answered. You see, they took a punch. They got down 14-0, and they took a punch and they didn't waver. They rallied back, scored 17 unanswered, and were on the verge of putting the game away before a fumble, but was still able to pull out the game in the end. And people say that they tied the game up or gone for two and got the 2-point conversion, they would have been ahead by one. But FAMU took the ball down the last 6 minutes and got to the 15-yard line and kind of just played like four corners, just kept the ball away and just drained the clock out. So, it was some good and some bad out there to see. The good was to see the coaches be able to adjust on the fly so they answer some of the coaching questions, and for the players to be able to receive the what the coaches gave them was good to see. So they grew up and they growing up right in front of our eyes.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Big Soldier go. Then I'm gonna go after him. So
Man, shout out to my dog James Cozy with his first victory, man. That's good. I respect him as a coach, man. I kind of like him as a coach and everything. But congratulations on that win. Many more gonna come. That team got a lot of growing to do, and it ain't never up it because when you get that win, because that's a positive. But like I said, I thought it was gonna be a tough game, and it turned out to be a tough game. Dawson Odom got to kick himself in his own rear end because he did a lot of bonehead stuff in that game. Because man, you got a kid like that Daniels kid. That dude got an arm, bro, and he just want to stick to committing to run the football, and I just don't understand why, man. When you got a talent. Like, I mean, you run 60 plus plays and you don't throw up at 9 times. You know, I just find that to be crazy. And when he hit a lot of good open plays that was
But
open by passing the ball and stuff. But man, FAMU looked good. Richardson did wonderful, man. I think he did enough what the coaches wanted him to do. He didn't turn the ball over. You know what I'm saying? He made some good throws and everything. So, and then hey, shout out to him, man. He is wonderful when it comes to speaking. Like that's the type of dude that you want to be at the forefront of your program, man. That dude's a very well spoken young man, and man, shout out. You know, but only thing negative I got on FAMU is, hey, that defensive line was a little shaky, man. And I figured, you know, man, they missed General Hunt, man. They really missed that type of kid right there in that General Hunt. But FAMU probably get it together, man. I ain't gonna count them out because a lot of people's like, man, if FAMU play like this, I don't know. I'm like, but man, you got to. Hey, they'll work some kinks out. You know what I'm saying? I think they'll get it together, man. That's all. That's my take on it. They did good. I'm glad they got the win because I did pick them to win, but it was looking a little shaky for a second.
Hey, in on that first drive when they was going in that second drive when they was about to score and they started cramping up and throwing up and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I knew we had done struck they behind then already. We had done put that venom in them. It was just a matter of time. They were showing all the signs of being struck.
Yeah, rope-a-dope them.
They were cramping, dizzy.
Yeah, that heat ain't no joke.
Excessive heart rate.
It probably was gonna be
blurred vision, muscle twitching.
Hey, Jerome.
So I knew it was just a matter of time.
Jerome.
Yeah.
So what you saying is y'all pull that old rope-a-dope on, or y'all let them punch themselves out?
No, it's 4 quarters. It's 4 quarters. It's 4 quarters.
I'm not gonna lie, man. First off, man, shout out to JB, man. What's going on? Y'all make sure y'all check out Sports Talking with JB, man. He got the Black and Gold show. Cover Bama State, also cover the Crimson Tide if that's your thing. But shout out to him, man. He got a good show. I think he got a show tonight, so y'all check him out. I was actually surprised that Norfolk kind of wore down that fast, man. Like I don't know if they just got when you got 2 dudes throwing up after like one play on the second drive of the game, that's no way to go but down after that. You know what I'm saying? So I think FAMU had some opportunities to get guys on the ground, early season game. Nobody tackling great in week 1 or week 0. That's all, you give up them kind of plays because you haven't really been hitting guys like that. And they were able to, on the long touchdown, the guy got free, it happens. I thought they showed a good thing, a good resolve as usual, kind of staying with it. Richardson had a bad first series, which, is kind of be expected. I thought he got it together. I thought the offense, kind of did what they needed to do. Defense, after the first couple of drives, they started to, hold them down. I think they held Norfolk to like 52 yards in the second quarter after giving up over 100 and stuff in the first. And then, each team had the ball once in the fourth quarter. So, FAMU really controlled that game after the first quarter. It was a little bit like the Celebration Bowl where they fell behind big and then they took control of the game for the rest of the way. So, it was kind of what I expected. I thought Norfolk would come out and give them a game. They had 6 one-score losses last year, so they're not going to quit. And, Odom's teams, no matter how bad he coaches, sometimes his team's not gonna quit in them kind of games. But I think they made themselves too one-dimensional in that game, and when they needed to throw, it really wasn't there. So I think this was a big win for FAMU, and to me, you want a blowout. Everybody want to win a game comfortably. Everybody want to win a game going away. The internet want to see you blow people out, but then if FAMU would have blew Norfolk out, a lot of them same people would have been like, Norfolk State ain't about nothing. So you can't, you can't please those people. But I think being challenged in that first game and having to fight and come back and take that punch, that's only going to help you moving forward. So I thought it was a good game for FAMU. I think they learned a lot and they're going to continue to grow. So I think if you're going to get them, you got to get them early. You need to catch them in these first few weeks as they working everything out, because if they keep growing, they're gonna be dangerous. So don't count them out just because the game was close. Because like I said, Norfolk had a lot of close games last year with people, and they could have easily been 6-5, 7-4 instead of 3-8. So I thought it was an entertaining game. I had a good time watching it. Other than the fact that they showing people throwing up, which I hate to see. but
I think anybody hate to see somebody throw up, but as far as Odoms, man, I think he needed to win more so than anybody right now because setting the tone of the season, you already starting out 0-1. It ain't shaping up to be a good season because, don't get me wrong. I think FAMU had more talent, but I think Odom was the more experienced coach, and to see him do some things in that game, it kind of concerns me. You know what I'm saying? I kind of feel like that season might not go the way it's gonna go, and he might, if he don't tighten up, he's gonna be out that door.
oh yeah, I mean, as a guy that's been watching Odom since like 2012, those are Odom's games, man. That game is reminiscent of like when they used to play Alcorn. They're being well sometimes Alcorn just whooped us, but a lot, the last few years the game they had control of the game, and it's like a mistake here, mistake there. It just you just kind of shoot yourself in the foot. But record audience watching the game, that you can't relax for much more than that for a SWAC challenge. Hopefully that set the tone for the rest of the season. So I think all in all it was a good game to watch. Great atmosphere. I would have liked to have been in a lot better mood watching that game, but they had a game take place Saturday afternoon. Really made me upset. So I wasn't really in the best frame of mind watching the game. But it was a good game, man. I enjoyed it.
Ain't no way Florida
I forgot about that.
Georgia Tech like that, bro.
My wife loved the house, man. She said, I'm not dealing with you.
They're going to get that man right, though, because, yeah.
I don't even want to talk about that right now because that's a whole nother can of worms.
Yeah.
That
it's the tone for Saturday wrong.
Because if they think it was bad Saturday, Boston College got Castellanos, that boy can run that ball as a quarterback. So it ain't out the woods yet. But all in all, man, like I said, great SWAC challenge. SWAC got the win, third straight win in the SWAC challenge. So that's great. Hopefully we can get another Celebration Bowl win and start to turn this thing around on these people because we need to start exerting our confidence and dominance on these folks. And get back right.
The Rattlers got you. Don't worry about it. We got you.
I want somebody else to carry the weight too.
Nah, we don't worry about it.
That 2-point play
we used to it.
What y'all think about that 2-point play that was ran in that game? Because I think if they would have ran,
I'd have tush push.
They would have did a
yeah, that's what I did.
I'd have did that tush push. They had did that to him for 3 yards or so the first time. The tush push was right. That's what I would have run. Or handed it to the running back, 13.
Yeah, 13 would give him FAMU the business, man.
Yeah, I think you gotta
coaching matters. Coaching matters. Y'all say that.
I think you gotta dance with the one you brought. You know what I'm saying? You had more success running the ball. You keep doing that. You know what I'm saying? You don't get out of you don't start doing things that you haven't really done in the game, especially when you got it's crunch time. Like I say, to me, and Odom's and Odom's was like, they was having, cramping issues and whatever. But for me, that was too early to go for the 2-point conversion because you're telling me that you ain't had no confidence your defense getting a stop, which they obviously didn't after that. Like they had almost a 7-minute drive after that. But I feel like you kick. If it was less time, then I'm like, go for it. But I feel like that was enough time for you to kick it and then play defense. But if you feel like your team is that gassed, then overtime really wasn't going to do you no good. So I guess you got to go for it. But I just felt like,
it wasn't no bad call in my opinion.
If you're going to go for the win, you go for the win. I respect that. Don't put your team in a position where you think they can't continue to fight, which to me is kind of, like I said, that's not good this early in the season to be, that out conditioned by the other team. So I think they're gonna have to do some work to get themselves right. And I think they're gonna continue to be a tough team to beat, but they just gonna, they're just gonna be probably where they are.
You ain't think they ran that old 36 personnel right at that 2-point conversion?
See, I'd have lined up and I'd have did some kind of jet motion or something, man, to get the defense eyes, and then I'd have ran it right up the middle, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but that, that's the kind of stuff you get with Odom's football. You're not gonna get nothing flashy. You're not gonna get you know, very many things out of the ordinary. So you just know you need to strap up and be ready, because he's not gonna try to trick you. No matter who his OC is, they're not gonna try to trick you. They're gonna come at you, and it's gonna be a physical game. And I thought FAMU took every punch they threw, and they responded, which is what a team do. So I think got another game, and we're gonna go ahead and jump to week 1 now from here, and we'll stay on the Rattlers. South Carolina State. What's your thoughts, Jerome?
Big matchup.
It's supposed to be a tough matchup. We got another team that's coming in with a new head coach, new quarterback, new system, new this, that, and the other. First week that they playing, so we really don't have a lot of film on them. We're gonna have to piece everything together. So, it's gonna be more of the same, I think, initially, until we figure out what they're doing, and then I think we eventually will take over and win the game.
Yeah, I don't know about this pick. I don't think Clemson is ready for that. Clemson got a lot of questions on offense, and they I don't know, they didn't impress me last year. I don't think they're gonna be that much better this year. I think Dabo.
They miss Trevor Lawrence and guys like
Georgia gonna win that.
Watson,
I think Georgia gonna win out pretty comfortably.
Yeah, they missed.
But it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a tough game for FAM. But it's good that we got them at home. But in recent years, we've been kind of beating them kind of easy, and then we were beating them one time by 2 or 3 touchdowns, and then we threw an interception right before the half, and they ran that all the way back for a touchdown. It was, and they ended up making the game close, but we had some boneheaded plays that we made in one of those previous games in South Carolina in previous years. So, but I think if we keep everything clean like we did last week, we should be fine. We're going to be rowdy and brag, and we all wearing white. We got to wear white and brag. Y'all wear y'all white.
Y'all hear it. I like I said,
EA know.
Hey, everybody spread the word. I'm gonna wear a white shirt at the crib because I'm not messing with Lake Charles, so I'm gonna be at home watching football. I already decided I can't do it. So I'm gonna be locked in. I'm gonna be locked in with everybody game. So I'm gonna have me a white shirt on too. But I think like you say, South Carolina State gonna be an unknown for a little while, but having a game under your belt, I think helps so much. I think being able to get a lot of the kinks out, get a lot of the hiccups out, the butterflies and stuff. I think that helps. So you'll be able to kind of get started earlier in that game than both teams starting the first game. So I think that's invaluable to me. Like I said, I don't really know what they expect from South Carolina State other than, they're gonna probably run the ball too, because that's always what they've done. That's kind of what Tennisberry do. So, I think you just gotta, it's gonna be another strap up and get ready type of game, but it's at home and you can never discount playing and brag. So I think FAMU gonna pull it out. But we do got one prediction for upset. South Carolina State going into Tallahassee and pulling off the upset. Like I say, that's gonna be a ball game.
What time is that game?
It's 6 p.m. Eastern time.
ESPN Plus.
I think so. All FAM games on TV. I'm already getting butterflies. I'm already nervous, so that's a good thing. I'm already hyped up. I'm already feeling. It's just Wednesday night. I feel like they playing tomorrow, so that's good. I can't wait.
It's like I say, man, my butterflies, they start to build up on Friday, And then Saturday is always like the longest day, especially when the game at night. It takes forever for me to kind of
Mm-hmm.
get to that game. But like I said, it's a lot of good football on Saturday, but they got some games on Thursday. And
Yeah.
let's
It's,
start with JSU, man. I do think JSU got a chance in this game, man. ULM don't got a lot. They gonna have, they got a new coach. They got a new quarterback who is my favorite quarterback in the world now, General Booty. I don't know how good the dude is, but his name always just cracked me up. But they don't have, they have a lot of new guys all over the field, so you really ain't gonna have no crazy crowd there in Monroe. So I think I think you just have to come and play ball and don't make any mistakes. Don't hand them anything.
I agree. I think Jackson State can go down there and possibly get the upset, but I think it's gonna be a close game. Like maybe I don't think very many points gonna be scored. I could say like maybe a 21, like 17, like type of ordeal because, like you said, ULM is an unknown, and also we have a lot of unknowns coming in as well. But I think it's gonna boil down to coaching because they do have a good coach at ULM. I'm not knocking him because he did a good job when he was at UAB, New Mexico. But if Jackson State gonna do it, man, they gotta lock in and really, if they gonna get them, this is the time to get them. It can't be no more victories, we don't want to go out there and lose by two, 3 touchdowns. That's gonna be a disappointment. We're gonna play them. We got to go and knock them off.
You got to put it. Man, have you heard anything about Herb Mulligan being out?
Yep, they say it's a possibility he's out. And JD Martin.
That's a game changer, man.
And that's a game changer if that's the case, So, yeah. But we do have a nice stellar running back room. I like.
Oh yeah.
I like Moultrie. We got another running back from Eastern Michigan. Night Train Blunt from Brandon, Mississippi. Hey, and then we got a little secret weapon. He ain't even like 5'5", but he play like he's 6'5". My man Ape over there. Hey, I'm ready for him to turn up. So
I got a lot of love for them. I got a lot of love for the small guys, man. They can put on a show, and you might have to lean on Morgan to run the ball a little bit too. So I just think you have to you had to not beat yourself. I know right now, I think the last time I saw the point spread was like 7. So they expecting the game to be close. That's a decent spread against an FBS team. So, I just think you have to just avoid playing with nerves this first game. Like I said, ULM is an unknown. They've been changing coaches every few years. They done brought in, a lot of guys on the portal. So, who knows what they're gonna do. So you always gotta be ready in them kind of games, and you gotta expect the unexpected against a team like that. So I think if JSU gonna do it, they have to take advantage of it.
Oh, I didn't see Quay Davis. Oh yeah, I don't know, man. We got a lot of questions going on, but I think ULM gonna run the football pretty good because they got a pretty decent running back, and it's a dude on defense. They got a good DB that get some NFL scouts kind of looking at him, and there's another dude named Glass, man, dog at linebacker. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a dog fight. So I hope we be the one that be victorious in the dog fight. This game right here, man, this for the culture. We got to win this thing, man. You know what I'm saying?
I hope they win too.
I hope Alcorn win tomorrow. I hope Jack State win tomorrow. And I hope Alabama A&M can pull the upset, which is highly unlikely, but at least I'm gonna pull for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we got
but I will.
Games, bro.
Grambling make it a game. Grambling gotta make it a game.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody playing FBS games, man. I hope they do their thing. But
VCU,
But that guy from Pine Bluff though, man, I don't know if y'all saw this, but this guy, the wide receiver from Pine Bluff, he was talking about Arkansas defensive backs is slow. I was like, bro, y'all averaged like 8 points a game in the SWAC last year, man.
The quarterback probably have faster than some of them guys, man. That quarterback.
But I'm just, he got speed, but he ain't got no lot of.
Pine Bluff got Kareem Burke from FAMU.
No, it wasn't him. It was a guy. He just transferred from Arkansas Monticello. So he probably knows some of the guys on that team. But it's like, y'all defense wasn't that good either. So if you blowing by those guys in practice, I don't like giving a team that probably ain't looking at you, giving them ammunition. You know what I'm saying? Because them dudes.
Well, go ahead. No,
I was just gonna say those guys probably ain't gonna win a lot of games in the SEC this year, so they're gonna definitely try to get all the stats they can get in this game, man.
They're gonna try and take it out on. Yeah, that's right. I heard Auburn fan base is asking for 60 points or better.
Ooh,
they say they weren't gonna be satisfied.
They're another one, man.
Radio. Huh?
They're another one that's gonna need this game for success. So they're gonna they're gonna continue, and Bama and them starting a new quarterback this season. So
I like that kid too, man.
Yeah, I thought he had a chance, last season, but I think he just kind of couldn't get it done. But it's gonna be interesting.
I think they playing all three of their quarterbacks. They taking it like a real week zero.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. In a game like that, you try whatever work, and if you find some success, then you go with it. I always look at those kind of games as how the first half look. If your guys just don't look like they in it in the first half, then you just treat the rest of it like a practice and get ready for the next week.
Right.
But I do feel like you need to come to play and come to win. And because you just never know what'll happen in them games, man. Them teams turn the ball over a couple of times, penalties or whatever. You find yourself in a position to make something happen, and then when the pressure on the other team,
FAMU against USF last year was in that position until the fourth quarter. They had a chance to win.
Yeah, so like I said, you just never know in them kind of games. If you come to play. If you just come in there like, well, all we want to do is just not get hurt and go home, then you're gonna definitely automatically get blowed out. Because it's hard for a team to come out and blow somebody out. When you're trying to blow somebody out, you always
it don't happen.
Yeah, blowouts happen. They just build. Now if you just the talent level is just that big, then it's gonna happen pretty steadily. But I'm hoping that, I hope that all them teams come out, man. I'm interested in that Alcorn game just to see what they look like offensively.
Me too.
Because I don't, they got a lot of questions to me, and I just want to kind of see some things in action. UAB got a great offense. I think they had the highest scoring offense or the highest total yardage offense in the history of the program last season. They went 4-8 because their defense was horrible. So that boy Zeno at quarterback is a fool from Baylor.
Oh yes, sir.
Did Alcorn State they started Macon the quarterback? What's the quarterback name?
Tyler Macon. I don't know. I don't think they announced it, but I think most people feel that way because
wasn't he in like Trent Dilfer like camp or something like that at one time in high school?
Yeah, he was an Elite 11 guy.
Yeah. So Dilfer kind of know him a little bit,
If he play, hopefully he play better than he did last season, man, because he had a rough start this season.
I feel like that coach from the coach at ULM should have had that job, and they just ushered them up out of there. You know what I'm saying? I know, ULM playing UAB, and I'm gonna keep my eye on that game because I think he trying to get some get back.
Yeah, because he thought he had a chance at that job.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they went with Trent Dilfer kind of out of nowhere. So I'm sure there's some blood there.
Alcorn has a good defense, so you think they're gonna be able to just run it up on them like that? They offense that good? Because Alcorn
I
bringing
think,
back a lot of starters.
yeah, I think Malachi Bailey can have a good game, and his game generates some pressure. And that defense from Alcorn last year forced a ton of turnovers. I think if they can, I think the offense is going to have to help them out. If the offense can't move the ball, then I think the defense is going to wear down. So I think it's more to me. To me, the question is on the offense: can they stay on the field? Can they drive the ball? Can they score points? And if they can go, if they can go a couple of touchdowns in the first half, and kind of get a defense some good field position to work with, then I think they can. I think they can kind of at least slow them down because UAB they're gonna start past you to death. They're not really gonna stretch the field, so you're gonna have to be able to tackle really well in this game because they're gonna start past you all up and down the field. So I think their defense has been a big question mark. So if your offense can at least move the ball, I think that can kind of put some questions on them.
Do they have a weapon that can be a big play weapon? I guess you should say. Do they have a really explosive guy can get you that 60-yard touchdown? Be it through the air or on the ground. That's a question that you got to ask. I mean, I guess they know, but I don't know.
From the outside, with them losing so many guys, losing basically their big play guys from last season, those spots are open. But having a guy like Griffin at tight end, I think that's a difference maker for your offense. That can help your quarterback get settled because, tight ends can always be open. And he got the ability to make a big play down the field.
You saw that this weekend. FAMU tight end.
Tight end, look at all last season. Tight end at FAMU. Kamari Young last season was vital on that team. Whenever Southern had 3 tight ends they could trust, that offense always moved because the tight end is a good safety net. And if you can split him out, then that adds another weapon that the defense got to account for. So I think having that guy is going to help the quarterback get comfortable. If the guy is able. So I think there's a lot of interesting things in this game, and I don't really know if it's gonna be like an ugly game out the gate. But I think Alcorn offense got to be able to stand up to the plate because if they can't, then I don't think the defense gonna be able to hold up long.
I know one thing, Birmingham, it's a pretty stadium. That's probably one of the best places to play college football because they got a nice setup around that stadium.
Beautiful. Yeah, no defense to stop tight ends in the SWAC. Tight ends, that's why I don't understand why more teams don't feature tight ends because they're gonna always be open. I mean, you got a tight end that can if he can catch the ball to any degree and run decent routes, he's gonna be open. And that's always a weapon. I mean, you're missing out on it's almost hitting yardage in the SWAC because don't nobody respect the tight end. So if you got that, then you take advantage of it. But those are the games I'm really looking forward to on Thursday. I'm gonna probably kind of keep my eyes on the Pine Bluff game just because I don't really know how that game. I don't really know how Pine Bluff gonna do in that game. But hopefully they put up some kind of fight, but I'm not sure. They got a lot of work to do, a lot of building still to do. But 3 games on Thursday, you can't beat that. So I'm happy for that. Let's look at some of the Saturday games. Valley, we'll just go down the line. We already talked about the FAMU game. Valley against Tennessee State. I'm interested to see how Valley is this season. If they take any strides under Coach Kendrick Wade in his second year.
I'm pulling for all the SWAC teams to win their out of conference games, just so the SWAC can get stronger, build a stronger reputation around the whole country. But I don't think they're gonna beat Tennessee State. I think Eddie George kind of might be playing, he playing for his life, maybe. You know what I'm saying? They they got to show improve this season. So they can't afford to drop a game against Mississippi Valley, I don't think.
Yeah, let me ask y'all this since we talking about this. Do y'all consider the Eddie George era like a disappointment at TSU? Because
Nah,
I mean, I
No,
know.
I don't. I mean, you know, at the
they,
end of, I mean, you know, it was his first time ever head coaching. I mean, it ain't
and
much.
he got thrown into some place where he
Mm-hmm.
wasn't really, you know what I'm saying? Them teams he was
Had to
playing
learn on the fly.
initially, yeah, it's like you got a cupcake team on College 25, and they
Yeah.
put you in the SEC.
Yeah.
Seriously, it's
Yep.
like that. So it was, you know, he made it respectable. He
Mm-hmm.
he wasn't able to have the Dion effect. What you say?
He wasn't gonna get a Dion effect. That wasn't gonna. I ain't
What
expect him
EA
to have
say?
Dion effect.
EA, so you think JSU gonna pull for y'all against Troy or Miami?
Yo, hey, I'm definitely pulling
No,
for
but
him.
hey, they not
I'm
like
pulling
us.
for him.
You already know that, EA. They ain't like us,
Yeah,
man.
I'm pulling
I want them to
niggas
win,
at
so when
Troy,
we beat them, it make
and
our
I'm
win
on
look better.
BCU.
that
BCU
that's
play
the
them too.
that's the way you should look at it, man. Like, who wants to beat a team? Who wants to beat a team that's struggling, man? Like,
Yeah,
you
I
don't
want
get
them to win, so when we beat them, it make it even worse.
that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the worst thing about when we had that streak over JSU. They was bad, man. It didn't mean anything because they didn't care. Like a dude sitting next to me 1 year and was like, "We're gonna win halftime." I said, "Bro, you from Jackson State? I never heard nobody from Jackson State say we're gonna win halftime." Y'all talk about the game, like that. I don't like that, bro. I like to beat teams when they're at their best. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
if you can win non-conference games, that helps everybody, man. And to me, if everybody can win non-conference games, that help y'all strengthen y'all chances at the playoffs. Because like I said before, we going to the championship game, so y'all, all y'all can get right. Bama State going to championship game. So everybody else can have a strong resume for the playoffs. So y'all winning our conference games, man.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And it just like you say, it helped build a whole everybody, but we got to see them so you can handle your own business. You ain't got to depend on nobody else to beat them. We got to see everybody in the conference. So what we talking about don't mean nothing because we got to go see them. If they
Mm-hmm.
win and undefeated against everybody else outside the conference, it don't matter because they got to come see us.
Yeah,
That's how you got to look at it.
that's the beauty of it, man. At the end of the season, the teams in your division, you got to see them. So if you can't get it done and they beat you, then hey, there's nothing you can say. You had your chance. Like
Right.
we had our chance to beat Alcorn last year. We got blown out. We had our chance to beat Prairie View. We lost. That I don't really have nothing to say against nobody because we didn't do what we needed to do. So I'm always salute anybody who wins because you have to go through everybody in your division at the least. So and being able to beat a team that beat a non-conference team that's strong, I think that looks better for you. Then you really
Yeah.
can say my team is strong because we went in there and we handle up on these guys. So I think
Mm-hmm.
it. I think it's I understand rivalry because it's always there. Like my old man, he ain't pulling for nobody that ain't Southern because he just like that. He had never like he's from Mississippi. He ain't never pulling for nobody but Southern. So that's just who he is. And I'd be like, man, you gonna watch the Jackson State game today? Hell no, I ain't watching that game. You gonna watch Alcorn? No, indeed. You gonna watch the Ground Game? No, he's not gonna watch it because he that deep in, man. At least I'm gonna watch the game. But I'm not gonna go to one because I don't want nobody to confuse me as a fan of them teams. So I'm gonna stay at home. But
I
I
hear
think
you,
winning
EA.
up, I think winning non-conference games is huge, man.
Yeah, most definitely.
Well, what about Prairie View and Texas Southern? What if
You
this is one of
already
my
know.
questions?
You already
This is
know
one
I'm
of my
rolling with.
questions. What if Prairie View struggle against Texas Southern? What does that say about them?
That's say they gonna have a long season.
Mm-hmm. My boy Lionel he gonna go down there and choke Bob if they struggle with them boys. He gonna go smooth on his head.
So I'm let that game is intriguing to me because we don't really know what Texas Southern gonna do. We don't know what they really bringing
We
to the
don't know.
table, man.
Right.
Shout out to the mouth of the South over there on Locked On HBCU. He had some TSU people on the show, and they said they're gonna run an old school offense. I don't know how that's gonna work, man. You know what I'm saying? Running
It
two
better not
backs
come
and
out there running no damn wishbone, and then I better not
they
see no
they they they,
wishbone.
they coming out there
No
in the I
wishbone,
formation,
man.
man. Two tight ends, like they.
We ain't want to see no triple
So
option out here.
Take it back to
I
the basics.
yes, take it back, man. Or no T formation, man. They coming out there with the one wide receiver split way out the other side, quarterback on the center.
You better strap up.
So I don't know what to expect from them, and this is an interesting game because yes, they got a 9-game winning streak or a 9-game losing streak if you're looking at it from TSU side, but you got a bunch of people on that team, coaches and everything that this don't mean nothing to them because they knew. So if they can approach this with a different mentality, and Prairie View is going to be a good team, but they still trying to figure out who they are. So if they ever gonna get caught, this is probably the game to catch them. I'm not picking TSU to win because I learned that lesson from last year and the year before. So I'm not doing that. But the unknown is on their side, and I don't know how long that can help them, but it might be able to help them out the gate. And sometimes if you can catch somebody off guard early, you can kind of hold on for the rest of the night. So I'm interested in this game really more so than just us for the jokes we do. But I do think this is going to be an intriguing game. And a lot of people, when you look at point spreads and stuff, they only got Prairie favored by 7. So that says a lot to me in this game. It's basically saying that they don't really believe in Prairie View because they're at home and you get 3 points for a home game, basically in a point spread situation. So this game, they looking at it as close. I don't think it'll be that close. I do think Prairie View probably gonna win this game comfortably, but it's gonna be interesting. I think it's gonna say a lot about Prairie View if they don't play well though.
This game is at Prairie View?
Yeah.
Like at their home stadium?
Yeah, it's at their home stadium.
Oh, okay.
I understand what you're saying, Big Thrillo, but this a whole brand new team now. I mean, this we don't know nothing about this team.
Texas
because
Southern.
a lot of them boys left. You know what I'm saying? But we don't know what to expect with them. But I still expect Prairie View to come out with that victory. Yeah,
Now I will say,
baby, that streak gonna keep on rolling. I'm telling you.
I will say though, TSU got some great individual pieces, man. Jacob Williams, I think that dude is one of the best defensive players in the conference. Michael Akers on the defensive line, man. They got individual guys. I'm not quite sure what's going on with the quarterback situation. I had heard earlier. I need to talk to my source again and find out what's going on out there. I did, earlier they were saying that the job was maybe not for Jace Wilson, but I ain't got no report from nobody in Houston lately, so I don't know how to go with that. But I wouldn't, this is the SWAC, man. Crazy things happen.
So you saying it's possible?
Yes, it's possible. But I'm not gonna pick it because I learned my lesson from the last couple of years. So
Man,
I'm gonna leave it.
You think Bubba gonna let Dishman get him? I don't think Bubba gonna let Dishman get him.
No, ain't gonna let Dishman get him, man.
Not the first time.
And Bubba, I trust, baby.
I kind of want Bubba to come back on Saturday. So yeah, I kind of do hope they win.
The streak will continue.
What y'all gonna do against McNeese?
Every day, man. My thought process on that game goes up and down. I watched McNeese play Saturday, and they got some weapons. I thought they started off strong. They turned the ball over way too much, and that bit them in the butt. But they came back in that game, so I think we match up with them. But offensive line for Southern is going to be huge in this game. You got to protect the quarterback. You got to open up holes for the running game. and we have to be able to consistently move the ball. I do like Noah Biden starting on the road as a guy who's been in college for a long time, and he played a few games, started a few games. I think that helps. But you playing a McNeese team with like 58 guys out the portal, so they should be better, and they got a game under their belt, and that's what really makes me. We don't have any good players. We don't have any good man. Why do people why no, I don't go there. But why do people treat Southern like we Valley, man? Like we don't have any good players. We got the freaking defensive player of the year of the preseason. Is that he's not a good player? We got one of the best running backs in the league. He's not a good player. Like we got one of the best linebackers in the league. We just an inconsistent team, man. We only had one losing season in 10 years, man. Come on, man.
Now he losing it. He losing it, Jamie.
Yes, we the Buffalo Bills. We can't win a championship, but we went 5-5 with Dooley, man. Like that's not.
You open up Pandora's box over here. Golly.
Yeah, like they Valley.
Christmas Dukes. I'd have banned the man on accident, man. I didn't want to put him in timeout for it.
You ain't gotta go. You ain't gotta go there, man. I respect it though, man. Everybody can feel how they feel, but like at a certain point, man, I'm not gonna let people talk about my team that bad. Like you could say we underachieved, you could say we probably ain't gonna win a championship, but everybody got at least one good player, man. Valley got a good player. But no, I mean, I just think our offensive line is gonna be the key to this game. You know what I'm saying? Like if we can't protect the quarterback, if we can't open up holes, then McNeese gonna feast on us. And it's gonna be a crazy crowd there. They expecting a sellout because every black person in Lake Charles turn out when Southern come to town. So you gotta look out for that.
Pulling for y'all? Will they be pulling for y'all or pulling for the band, or how that's gonna work?
They're gonna wear blue and yellow just to be on the safe side. So they can whichever team wearing blue and yellow. So they a lot of Southern do got a strong presence there. So shout out to Southern Alumni Associate, Alumni Chapel in Lake Charles. But I think it's gonna be a Southern crowd there. A lot of people that's the closest that they can get, coming out of Texas. So I think the crowd gonna be great. I just think we've then had 2 chances at these guys and we let them off the hook twice. So at some point you gotta get over the hump. I do like our chances, but there's so many ifs, and it's a lot of things I like, and I'm glad we got Ethan Howard back. That was one of our best tight ends from a couple years ago. He back. I think that's another weapon in the passing game. I think if a secondary should be talented, but they inexperienced. So we just gotta keep the pressure on Clifton McDowell though.
No Jay want to be in timeout, huh?
Man, the work, man.
He's gonna go to the gulag, man.
Why y'all doing me like this, man? Why y'all trying this on purpose, man?
Well, he always firing shots.
Yo, he always firing shots. He always firing shots.
He going to the fire pit, man.
I'm not gonna take the bait, man. I already took the bait once. I ain't taking it. We ain't got the worst nothing, man. Like we may not be great, but we ain't got the worst nothing, man. we might just be right there in the middle. You know what I'm saying? And as long as I'm gonna leave it there. Right. We ain't got the worst nothing, man. But I do think we got a chance in this game. But we gotta have to play a really solid game, and we cannot have dumb penalties. We can't turn the ball over.
Does Grambling have a chance? The Cajuns, Raging Cajuns.
You talking about ULL?
Yeah, I think they got I think they got a
ULL got a
chance
lot of talent
to
over
be
there.
competitive. I don't know if they're gonna be able to win because they cheating in that place, so they're gonna be hard to
Oh,
get out of there. And
well, no, they don't have a chance then.
I don't really know what that guy gonna be. I really need to see that guy calling plays for them. I need to see him in multiple games for him to get my confidence back. I think I do think a lot of what hinges on Grambling, and I done had Grambling people say I hate Grambling, and I mean I make no secret how I feel about Grambling, but I just I wish them the best. They just got a new running back in the guy from LSU, Trey Bradford.
I saw that.
They got a strong running game, and Miles Crowley is back. So
I saw that.
if they can run the ball, that'll help defensively. I just don't know. I think they got some questions there on defense. You lost a lot of key guys, but I do trust Mickey Joseph. I think he gonna do a great job there. I don't know how close that game gonna be because it's just tough. It's just that's just one of the places when you go there, they're gonna make it hard for you to get out there with any kind of points, no matter how bad their team is, because they don't got a lot, so they're gonna always try to knock you off. So I think Grambling will be able to, and if their offense can do anything, I think they can put up some points and give them a fight.
Yeah. I guess Bethune and USF. That's Saturday too. I just hope Bethune can keep it, can show improve. I want them to. USF is a good team though. They've improved a lot. Their quarterback is really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I want to see what Bethune got. I want to see the quarterback that they brought in. I'm curious about how they brought in a lot of FBS transfers, very similar to what FAMU did. And they may not be as deep as FAMU is, but I'm just curious to see what they do, what kind of offense they running. I just want to see it on the field, at least for 2 good quarters.
Yeah, I agree. I do think playing at USF, I think that they're a better team than they've been in the last few years, but their atmosphere ain't intimidating at all. So even when there's people that are just not that kind of place, so I think you got a chance to come in and kind of get yourself right. But like you said, I need to see what the offense looking like. Who's starting a quarterback for Bethune? Can they have a good running game? Their offense was just not a big play offense at all last season. Their offense was just like inches at a time. They just didn't really strike no fear in nobody offensively. But their defense was a lot better than a lot of people thought last year. Their defense was underrated last season. I love their defense. They got they lost a few guys in the portal, but like you said, Jerome, they brought in a lot of FBS guys. Coach Woody's son is there. He's a guy that's been in college a while. I think he's taking a leadership role in the secondary. So I think defensively they're gonna be okay, but they have to start off fast. Games like this, you have to get off the quick starts. Because you got to find a way to.
Back, man. My bad, man. Back to the fire pit, man. He rising from the ashes.
Hey, welcome back, man. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how Bethune gonna do. I really want to see, because a lot of people high on Bethune. A lot of people feel like Bethune is a dark horse. I don't know how much to take from this game, but they need to make a good showing, because they got a tough one next week. They got a tough one against Mercer, so they got to show me a little something at least, so I can feel okay about them. I don't mind being proven wrong. This sports is the only place I don't mind being proven wrong.
Right. I might ride to that Mercer game. I think FAMU play Miami. And my wife trying to get down there to the I just thought about it. We might ride down there to the Bethune and Mercer. She want to go.
Hey man, give me
How far that is to Daytona?
from Tampa.
Yeah, it's about
Ain't that
2
far.
hours, 2.5.
Straight on 4.
Look
Yeah,
like
it ain't.
everything in Florida so dang far.
It depends on it depends on which way you're going. If you're going north to south, yeah, it's forever.
It's long.
But if you're going east to west, it ain't that wide. It's long, but it ain't wide. You know.
Yeah, yeah. It's a it just depends on the traffic too going through Orlando.
Yeah.
But
you get in Orlando, it might take you a couple extra hours to get through that traffic, man. The
yeah,
first
so it
couple
just
exits.
depends on the time of day. Yeah.
Hey, once you get to them Disney and SeaWorld exits, man, it might take you forever to get past there. But
Yeah.
once you get through the city, you good. But
And it's
traffic
Labor
is
Day
always
weekend. No, that won't be Labor Day. That's the weekend
yeah,
after.
that's the weekend after.
But but go ahead, Sewell.
I was just gonna say we got one game on Sunday, Orange Blossom Classic,
Okay.
North Carolina Central Alabama State.
Biden say he ready for get back. Rick Body.
It's a lot of things in that game I'm interested in, man. Like, I can't really say a whole lot, but I think there's a lot that I'm interested in that game. I do know Trey Oliver they got his list together. He done took a lot personal. He like MJ in The Last Dance, man. He done took a lot personal. So he got his list ready. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how he do. He take things real personal, real quick. So he going. I think they're gonna be ready. I think E-Rob will have his boys ready too. You know, I defensively, I know they're gonna be ready. I'm just interested in the offense.
I got that picked as the biggest overreaction game of this whole weekend because whoever win that is gonna be the number one. They're gonna be back and they gonna win everything. Whoever win that game, you watch and see.
Oh yeah, that's the narrative game. I didn't tell anybody I talked to. I told them that's the narrative game. If you win, like you say, Jerome, if you win, you number one for the rest of the season. You can strike everybody games out and put them right in the celebration bowl. That's how people are gonna look at it if you win. If you lose, your season it ain't really. But if you lose, the perception is going. Well, I'm gonna say this depends on how you lose. If you lose bad, nobody gonna care about you anymore. So I think it's more pressure on Bama State though because they're in a position they haven't been in, and if they do lose this game, everybody who put them up on that pedestal gonna knock them right off. I think they got more to lose perception wise in this game. Of course, it's a non-conference game, so it don't really affect much, but the perception is gonna be huge. The narratives are gonna be crazy. So if it's a blowout one way or the other, they're gonna X out whoever loses. If it's a close game, you might be able to still get, you know what I'm saying, you might still be able to get some traction. But the winner, regardless, is gonna be looked at really highly unless they win on some kind of fluky play, then you might be able to say, well, I don't really know about it, but this game is really gonna shake everybody's season. I feel like that, It's kind of like JSU FAMU in 21 and 22, like coming out of 21, that game was really close. And FAMU probably should have won that game. I don't care what nobody said. FAMU should have won that game. But that shaped the way a lot of people looked at people. And then after the 22 game, everybody looked at FAMU a whole different way, even though that team was still a really good team. So
after they lost,
narratives, especially in the SWAC, and narratives are huge. So when people get that perception of you, it's hard to shake it. So that's why I'm gonna be tuned into that game, man. I'm definitely gonna be watching that game because I just want to see it for myself, so I can have my stuff set. So when people start to come with ideas, I can jump on the bandwagon. But I'm excited, man. If y'all haven't, get in on the pick'em contest, man. We gonna have a nice prize for the winner. At the end of the season, we got a championship belt that we putting together, a custom belt for the winner, and it's gonna be every week. I'm gonna put the link in the description. This show is pinned tweet on my Twitter. Y'all get in on it, man. Last week last week we had 15 entries, and only one person picked Norfolk State to win. I'm not gonna say his name, but
Oh.
he in the chat, right? I don't know if he's still in the chat, but he was in the chat earlier, and he was the only one picked Norfolk to win, and obviously he didn't win. So we'll see how he do this week. But
Yeah,
I got a good laugh at that one.
yeah. That Alabama State game it's a little different playing on the Sunday and stuff, and the time of day that it is. So the players gonna have to adjust to that. So that might cause for some early mistakes or something that somebody can capitalize on in the beginning of that game.
And you know, with Bama State, you're looking at a whole new offense. You know, so there's a lot of moving pieces in this game that, you know, it's not cut and dry. That's why I'm a little surprised that people have Bama State at number one. Because I mean, you know, everybody got questions, but you know, they have a lot of questions on that side of the ball too. You know, we don't really know what they are. So they're gonna get tested. You know, Central they lost some really heavy hitters, but they got continuity too. So I'm like I said, I'm interested to see how that game turn out, man. I do think it's gonna have a lot of talking afterwards. So I'm pulling for Bama State to win this game, though.
Yeah, I got my band matchup of the week that I'm watching is gonna be the Prairie View and Texas Southern, and then the sleeper pick is FAMU and South Carolina State. Them probably gonna be the two best band matchups this weekend coming up.
Hey, no McNeese and Southern? You don't think that's gonna be a good battle?
Nah, not exactly.
you don't think the one band sitting on the sideline and watching the other band take the whole halftime not gonna be a great?
Nah. I don't think that's gonna that won't fly.
Hey, so y'all. Hey, the people at TSU, man, y'all make sure that dude pants don't fall down this week, man. Did y'all see that?
I saw that, yeah.
Y'all make sure y'all
keep the bands. I ain't gonna make
sure y'all keep them right.
I ain't gonna make no comments on the Battle of the Bands because I get too controversial when I say that kind of stuff. I'm gonna just say this right here. We saw a lot of the things that I had mentioned at the Battle of the Bands, you know. I say that.
Hey, Blue State McNeese band coming with some heat, y'all. Y'all be ready.
Don't Troy got a good band? Is that Troy?
Yeah.
The band that's trying to play hard?
Troy got a good band. I know Jacksonville State got a good band. The Marching Southern Airs. They love their band.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Jacksonville State.
They fight over their band.
They're trying to blow back at Southern one time, I think.
You know, some of them bands will get active now. Don't sleep on them now.
Yeah, so they ain't had nothing for Southern.
Well, I mean, you know, they enjoy the show. They like to watch more than perform that weekend. So they'll probably have a good time, you know, enjoying the game and catching a good front row seat on the halftime show. But I like the matchups, man. I do think that TSU Prairie band matchup is always going to be entertaining because, you know, both of those bands, you know, they got the ability to put on a good show. I know TSU been really, really good, you know, the last couple of years with that Southern influence. So, you know, I think that can continue to help them, you know. Southern Junior, I think that can help them a lot.
Southern Junior. Yeah, but overall, I like the Battle of the Bands. A lot of different shows. It was good. I liked it. It was entertaining. I've been watching it on YouTube back and forth.
Yeah, I went back and watched a little bit of it. I do know everybody band gonna play Not Like Us all season long. So that if you don't like that song, get ready to hear it, man. I remember back in the day when In a Row by Boys and Men came out. Everybody band played that all year long. So it's like certain years, that's one song that everybody gonna play, and that's definitely gonna be it, y'all. So y'all buckle up if that's not your thing. Just buckle up and get ready.
Did you hear Southern Not Like Us?
Yeah, I really didn't like it, man. Honestly,
that thing's I know different and choppy and boy.
That's the only part, you know. That was the only part that that brass, always Southern brass always gonna hit like that. But I really wasn't a big fan of it. I had to listen to it more.
It's too chopped up.
Hopefully, they can kind of tweak it a little bit.
He'll work on it.
Yeah, they got time to get it right. We got a couple weeks before the Boombox Classic when we really got to be ready. So, we'll work the King side and be ready for September 14th. Because I don't know if Savannah State bringing their band to Southern next week. So I hope they do, because it's good to have another band sitting over there.
They probably will. But,
other than that, man, not much else. I will be going to. I will at least get to see some football this weekend. I'm going to. We got our jamborees this weekend, so Southern hosting two nights of football on Thursday and Friday. So I'll definitely be at Southern on Friday night, see my old high school play.
Can we watch that Jackson State game? How can we watch that?
ESPN Plus.
ESPN Plus.
ESPN Plus tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah, ESPN.
I think all 3 games are ESPN Plus, so you should be able to
flip. Okay.
Flip around. So I'm like I say, 6 o'clock. JSU, man. We ready, man. I'm excited. But other than that, man, I don't really have anything else for the rest of the night, man. I'm about to get on up out of here. It's been a long day, man. Like I say, running on fumes. All right. Got the rattle.
Got to do that.
Rattlers ready to strike?
Keep that going.
Y'all ready to strike?
You saw the effects of that striking earlier. You saw it.
That venom worked pretty quickly once you get in the system now.
Yeah, it take a little minute. Then they go to, we sit and watch them for a little while, watch them try and run away.
they go to cramping it. They go to cramping in things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Start losing fluids. Yeah, it's rough, man. Like I said, I know how that rattler venom is, man. It's nothing nice when but you got to bring the antidote with you. You got to come ready with it. I will just get lost. Our antidote get lost in the Amazon sale, so we just can't get it over. But I'm gonna definitely have a big container this season, man. I'm ready to break down all that now.
I know
we're gonna
on Crookhead tonight, man.
I see that.
They done assembled on Crook, man. God damn.
They done formed like Voltron on Crook tonight, boy. Crook got the 20v1 tonight. But man, with that being said, man, we're gonna go ahead and get on up out of here, man. Y'all enjoy the games on Thursday. I'm dropping a show on Friday, previewing the rest of the weekend games. Man, that'd be like my 4th show. Yes, man. I've been busting butts. So y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, man.
Yeah, make
and y'all keep it locked in here, man. We're gonna have us a good weekend, and y'all enjoy. Y'all be safe if y'all going to games, man. Y'all be safe out there. Especially on them other people campuses. Y'all be safe, and y'all keep it locked in, man. Y'all definitely
go SWAC.
Check out Go SWAC. Hey, I know a lot of people, it's controversial, but go SWAC, man. We'll get active with everybody once the season getting the SWAC play, but right now it's all SWAC. So y'all, let's go. We might. I had to check with Big Soldier, but we might go live Saturday night, depending on what happened in the PV game again.
Yeah, we're gonna throw a party. 10-0, baby.
Y'all send me the link. I might check in from Bragg.
I send it to you. So hey, like I say, we'll put that all together and figure out what we're gonna do. But with that being said, man, we're gonna get on up out of here. Y'all enjoy y'all night, and we will see y'all next week.
Okay. Peace.
Peace.